What's up, guys, and welcome back to Rougefx. Today we are going over GBPJPY. We are starting another series of a Stroll through Infinity, Volume 3, our third addition to this, I guess, overall video series. It can only get better, which means it can only get simpler. I do appreciate everyone for tuning in. I appreciate the likes, the support, everyone who subscribes, everyone who very much is paying attention, everyone who is very much supporting me with that single view. I am very, very grateful for. Without further ado, let's get started. So as you can see, looking at our first trade opportunity, we ended up closing this trade out at a 1 to 6, really 1 to 5.98, but I like to round up, of course. How I took this trade, as if really any trade, is fairly simple, fairly in whichever case. I don't want to say quick and easy because, of course, it did take me a couple of years to get to this point within my career. However, with hard work, dedication, passion, and consistency, you will very much be on your way. It all starts from the Roguefx Trading blueprint to success. It all starts there. It all begins there, from the beginner, conscious introduction, advanced, anticipation and imagination, as well as our masterclass, where we get into more of a becoming and knowing. Those are very much explained in our previous video. Without further ado, let's very much get started, okay? So I'm going to break this down how I took the trade, and yeah, that's simply exactly how I'm going to do it, right? So as you can see, I am being presented with a half range. We take this as our point of interest. We very much draw our fib to essentially measure our half range, and then use our directional bias, which is essentially pointing us towards the lows, with this trend line being apparent, to really kind of give us that extra confidence boost as far as with what we're doing and what we're looking to achieve within these markets, at least at this particular window. If we very much draw our fib across our, in whichever case, refining our rejection block to a breaker, we can very much slide that over to really kind of make sense of it. We have a significant liquidity grab that very much targets external risk liquidity. In whichever case, we very much have a 3 candle formation right here that we can very much target. Fairly simple trade, if I'm being very honest. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So my friends, as you can see, we closed this particular trade at a 1 to 4, right? 1 to 3.90. We like to round here, right? As you can see, my friends, we were presented with a full range, or in whichever case, full trend. Guys, I want you to understand that when I say trend or range, it's essentially talking about the same thing. So in whichever case, on the last trade opportunity, this might have been, in whichever case, a half trend or half range. We will be dealing with a full range in this particular trade setup. Very much locating our full range, we have a significant point of interest to be, in whichever case, measured with our POI. Apologies. This POI was essentially liquidated, in whichever case. A lot of people like to call this a mitigation sequence across this key level. I look at this as a liquidity grab, simply because, well, we essentially ran through this particular mitigation sequence. A lot of people would, in whichever case, very much take this fair value equilibrium as a significant point of interest. However, how I opened the trade was like after the fact, so I just had to, go ahead and take my trade and hope for the best, of course, right? Very fortunately enough, price gave us what we wanted. We got the drop that we very much anticipated, targeting this weak low towards the left. If you can see, it's going to be a weak low right here. Go ahead and get that much more apparent for you guys, so you can very much see. I'm going to slide to the left so you can very much locate our overall take profit opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a phenomenal trade opportunity. So simple, so easy, and to the point. However, no, it did not take me 2 days to get to this point. It took a lot of hard work and dedication, a lot of the hard work that you're going to have to go through, simply because, well, it's about the passion, it's about the fire, it's about the love for the craft, right? The ability to build generational wealth based off of your skill. Really think about how you play video games, how you play 2K, Madden, how you play Call of Duty, and how you gain that skill simply by putting in continuous effort. It's the same thing here. Don't get it too twisted. I promise you, my friends, you're in the correct place. On our next trade opportunity, let me go ahead and close this so it's not too big of a distraction. We have or in whichever case are presented with a half range. Fairly simple, right? Well, we very much did enter at a fairly discounted price. How did we get this price? Simple. Redefine our POI to a rebalancing mechanism and draw or measure that POI with your fib. You have a significant level for a liquidity grab as well as a mitigation in order to continue price towards the highs. If you need any more confirmation, we very much have a trend line as well as, continuous higher lows being very much broken. My friends, this is Roguefx Trading. I do appreciate your time and attention, your love and support. For those who are very much interested, I do offer mentorship through my membership program as well as signal services. I do very much appreciate your time and attention. Until next time on Jody FX.